Welcome to the High Desert Museum. We were blessed with a good Thanksgiving this year and had some family that came over to visit. And the day after, we decided to go down and check out the High Desert Museum. We have not been here in many, many years. One of the reasons why we haven't been here for a while is the prices were getting pretty steep to come visit. They have since gone down significantly. I'm actually kind of surprised when we looked it up and saw what the current rates are, which was a pleasant surprise. And our kids and grandkids were nearby, and they decided to come on in and visit with us. So it was really nice to visit with them and share this experience with the grandkids. I don't think we've had them here since, 2019, maybe even before that. The High Desert Museum has been open to the public since about 1982. We're walking through the Spirit of the West exhibit here. It kind of shows the history of the immigrants as they came through and went across the Oregon Trail, and some of the equipment they would have used and just how things would have proceeded. As you come out of a simulated mine area, which is a little too dark to video, you come out to this gold miners camp. Got replicas of some of the cabins, including the canvas roof and what could have been inside the cabins just for everyday life back then. Then you go into a little village. Got a Wells Fargo office, a saddle shop, a general store, a couple other things to check out. It's a real fun place to walk through. And when we first showed up, Hunter, the bobcat, was probably in its den and not out and about. But as we came out of the Spirit of the West gallery, he was out. It was kind of cool to see him. It's amazing the size. I mean, you think about a house cat, he's just so much bigger than a house cat. Really neat to see. Just outside the Desertarium area is a couple of vehicles, including this U.S. Forest Service firefighting rig and that stagecoach. I didn't do much filming of the actual Desertarium. They got a few desert dwellers, lizards, snakes, some burrowing owls. Didn't get any of that on there though. By Hand Through Memory is kind of the story and the changes in life through the American Indians as the 20th century came around, and just the vast changes to their lifestyle and everything else, and showcase some of the handmade things that they did for their culture. It's definitely interesting to see some of the beadwork and some of the other arts that they had and did back then. I just love that detail work and know from previous projects of my own how long stuff like that takes. I mean, I've never done the beadwork like that, but I've done handwork on things, and it just takes so much longer than you expect. Then we proceeded outside to the Birds of Prey Center. It's kind of a really neat experience to be able to see these birds of prey up close. It's amazing how big the eagles are. I mean, I've seen them out in the wild. I've seen them up at Twin Lake Resort diving in the water for fish, and just never really get that close to them. It's just amazing how big they can get. Kind of hard to see the owl there on the limb of the tree, but he's there. And this is the red-tailed hawk that we actually got to talk about.
So, today, we're going to be learning about this bird right here, a red-tailed hawk. And I want to get an idea for who here has seen a red-tail in the wild before. You've seen one, put your hand up. Yeah, that's nearly everyone. I said that's about 85% of the room, and that's what I typically expect. A lot of people to see this bird because the red-tail is the most common hawk in the United States and the second most common raptor. So if you didn't put your hand up and you're not sure you've seen one, I'm going to tell you right now that I can guarantee one has seen you. That is how common red-tails are. But now I want to get a little bit more specific and figure out where you've seen a red-tail. So who here has seen one in the Pacific Northwest? Yeah. Okay, a lot of us. Who here has seen one in the South, like Arizona, Texas? Yeah, we got some hands. I know I have. Okay. Who here has seen one in a big city on like the East Coast? Anyone seen one like New York City, Chicago? Yeah, we got a hand. Yeah, we got a few. Yeah, they are all over. Anyone seen one in like outside of the U.S., like Canada or Mexico? Yeah. Awesome. So yeah, we've seen them all over, right?
It's a good talk. Really interesting. Then we went outside. Went out and checked the old ranch and sawmill. This kind of shows you what life would have been like in the late 1800s, early 1900s. It's really interesting to see the different building techniques and all the things they've done here. This sawmill is probably one of my favorite things to come see. I don't know if they still do it, but they used to do it, I believe, every Memorial Day weekend and every Labor Day weekend. They would actually fire the sawmill up and actually cut wood where museum goers could actually stand out and watch the process. Just ingenious how they set these up, back before all the power tools. And they built a very large power tool for the purpose of cutting lumber to build houses and businesses. And some of this stuff still works. They do not run it on steam just because of the dangers of running steam, especially in boilers that are 100 plus years old. Last time I knew that they were running it on compressed air. Then out behind it, they've got some logging equipment and they've got some rail cars out there, but they haven't done much with those over the years. And then the otters. Always enjoy going and watching the otters. They're a lot of fun just to sit and watch. And it's really neat as they got some viewing windows inside there that you can actually see under the water as well. Really neat experience. If you're ever in the area of Bend, head just a little south on Highway 97 and go visit the High Desert Museum. Thanks for watching.